Hello everyone, welcome back to Might and Magic 6. I'm Chrysantheme. We're here in front of the abandoned temple again. We have some more things to do here. Specifically, we have two more quests to do. Let me just turn on double speed. We need to kill the Queen of Spiders and return with her heart to Bufford T. Allman in Usurpigal, and we also need to rescue Angela and return her to Violet Dawson. In between the episodes, I did allow myself to do some inventory management. As you can see, I also bought some new things and equipped the things we found. So now we have a, well, sufficiently geared up party to tackle this dungeon. Let me first just cast Torchlight and Wizard Eye. And we have a barrel of red liquid that we haven't drunk before. Red liquid gives you might. I'm actually gonna give it to the archer. The archer is like my backup hand-to-hand range character. So I want her and the paladin to have the most might and accuracy. So they're gonna have priority on those stats. One thing I can do is also drink this energy potion, which will give 10 to my stats, and I'm actually gonna give this to my sorcerer, who is actually the weakest at this point, and he has, the least stats. So buffing up his stats will buff him up quite a bit, actually. Do we have anything else that's useful? Oh yeah, we have 2 potions of protection, which gives me 10 to armor class. I'm gonna give that to Alexis and Roderick, who have the lowest, armor class out of them all. Serena actually has 20, and Zoltan has, I think, 21 before we gave him the yellow potion. The yellow potion also gave him speed, that's why he has +4 armor class as well. So we're left with a resistance potion, which is not useful because the enemies do not deal elemental magic damage. They do have a poison use, so I have 1 cure poison potion, which was as much as I could find, and I have 1 cure wounds potion, which can also be used to brew the cure poison potion. But I need to find either a potion bottle or a blue potion first, and then I can combine them. So that's basically it. We're gonna be exploring the whole dungeon now. What I like to do before I open doors is go into turn-based mode, and then open the doors because you can still interact with them. It makes it so that when you open the doors and there are enemies standing right behind it, you can basically see them and they don't move. They aggro you, but they don't move because you're in turn-based mode, basically. It makes it a bit safer, and you can also, decide whether you just want to, for example, kite them backwards, like I'm going to do here, or just fight them head on. So, 5 snakes so far. Oh, I got a spell scroll and an herb. I got another blue herb. There's some behind the corner as well. Oh, come on. Thank you. There we go. Open this door. And again, going to turn-based mode. We have 3 spiders here, not that much. Small shield.
I don't know.
Nope, we have a good shield. Or a better shield, at least. I don't expect to find items that are going to be much better than what they have now in this dungeon. To be honest, maybe, just maybe, in the last room of this dungeon, there's a chest that has a chance to have some pretty good loot. But other than that, I don't expect to get anything off this dungeon anymore. Apart from basically some experience from killing the enemies and the whole, the quest objectives. And I still need to cast Wizard Eye and Torchlight again. Basically, I'm going to be casting these 2 spells as soon as they run out. Now, they only last for 1 in-game hour so far because I only have, 1 skill point in fire magic with Zoltan, and I only have 1 skill point in air magic with Alexis. But the duration of the spell is 1 hour per point of skill, so it's easier to manage when you get some skill points. Oh, of course he hit. Spiders are kind of icky in this game. I don't know why. They have the pulsating rears and, a fairly large amount of legs. Like they have 10 legs or something? You have 8 legs plus 2 tiny legs. I don't know. Do spiders have so much legs? I don't know. It just seems weird. So now we have a trap chest here. This trap is actually pretty harmless, to be honest. Like, I don't think I've ever gotten damaged from it. Let's see if I just stand here, if it hits me. Well, I'm enraged to open the chest now, but just so you can see, it doesn't actually do anything to me. Maybe if I went closer, I don't know. It's a weird design, to be honest. So Roderick has the disarm trap skill. You always want to be opening chests with the character that has the disarm trap skill, which I know it does make sense, but sometimes people forget and they end up, you know, with a trap blowing into their face, blowing up into their face, and basically killing their whole party. I'm gonna set the healing touch as a ready spell in the first aid because I don't want to go into the spell book every time that I want to heal. So I'm just gonna heal Zoltan. Let's heal almost to full. That's good. Do we have anything else in here? Good. We also got another potion bottle, so I'm going to be brewing another blue potion and then combining it with a red potion, and voila, we have a cure poison potion. Very good. So we have 2 cure poison potions if we get, you know, poisoned by anything. There are no cure disease potions. There are no cure disease potions here. In this game, I mean, which is kind of bad, to be honest, because disease is also really, it's really common. You get diseased often. A lot of enemies basically inflict the debuff, and disease is even stronger than cure poison, or sorry, the poison debuff. You do get spells to cure poison and cure disease, but we don't have the access to those yet, to be honest. Oh, come on. I just stop and kill them. There we go. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, for now the torchlight and wizard eye spells only last for 1 hour. But as we level the skill up further, though, we'll get 1 extra hour of in-game time duration per point of skill. And as we achieve new mastery ranks, we will also get new functionalities on the wizard eye skill, which is actually really good. So here we found Angela Dawson, which is basically the NPC that we needed to find for one of the 2 quests. You can click on anything and just exit. She'll join you. She'll go into the hireling slot. Basically, you just put her in a sack and carry her with you. Sort of like an NPC fetch quest, or what are those called? Escort quests, right? But it's an escort quest done right, because you have nothing to do with the NPC, or at least it doesn't bother you. Okay, let's hear a spell book. When you interact with these cages, do be sure to stand on the sides a bit, because there, as you probably heard, there was a fireball that came flying basically from one side of the room to another, and it could damage you if it hits a wall and you're standing too close. And I have a broadsword, a longsword. Ooh, this is a very good longsword, actually. An amulet, a ring. Did we miss anything? No, we didn't. Excellent. We actually got a very good longsword, but I'm not gonna go run back to the store just to get this identified. We're going to mostly be using bows anyway for this dungeon. Even though we leveled up our hand-to-hand skills a bit, I still prefer using bows as much as possible in the early stages, especially in this dungeon where you basically have monsters that inflict debuffs on you. Like, all the monsters here can inflict some sort of debuff. The spiders and the cobras, they inflict poison, and the bats, they inflict disease. two of which I can heal. Basically I can heal 2 poisons and then I'm, you know, I have to be either poisoned or backtrack to a monastery to get healed up. If I get diseased, however, I have no other option but to, you know, abandon the dungeon and go heal in the monastery first and then go back. Which I don't really want to do. That's why I tend to stay basically at range the whole time in this dungeon. But as you can see, there are two ways of fighting hand-to-hand mobs in this game. You can basically either kite them back and just keep shooting at them, or you can go into turn-based mode and hope that you whittle them down as much as you can before they get to you, so they don't do as much damage. But right now I just want to avoid having hand-to-hand confrontations with them as much as possible, because I do not have the Cure Poison and the Cure Disease spells available to me yet. Oop, nothing behind there. You can see that there are actually monsters on the minimap that are basically out of my range. The monsters do not need to have, you know, vision of you directly to aggro on you, which is kind of strange in some cases, but to be honest it's also good in other ways, because you can aggro them from, for example, behind a corner and then basically lure them towards you one by one. Okay, so we have a teleporter here, now that we have a dead end, so I'm just going to interact with it. Did I? Yes, I did. I couldn't remember if I cast the Torchlight spell and the Wizard Eye spell just now. I'm playing this game basically automatically at some points, which is really kind of weird for me. I don't even need to think about it, I just do it automatically, so then when I think about it I'm like, oh my god, did I do that? There are a lot of cobras there, so I think I'm going to break my... oh, I got poisoned. The thing with monsters is that your walking speed is basically slower than their walking speed, but they can't run. So if you're ever in, you know, trouble, let me just heal Roderick. So basically I just hover with the Cure Poison Potion and then right-click on the portrait. Alternatively, I could have given it to him and then just, you know, left-click over his character model, but, you know, saves time. It's the same thing as with spellbooks, basically. But as I was saying, your walk speed is slower than the walking speed of monsters, and your running speed is faster than the running speed, than the walking speed, I'm sorry, of monsters. And monsters can't run, so basically, if you're ever in a pinch, you can basically just turn around and run away from the monsters. I expected that. Didn't expect that much of them though. So you generally you're pretty safe in this game. There are also spells that you can use to just teleport straight out of there, which we don't have at the moment, of course. One thing to note though, you cannot run backwards. You can only run forwards. But yeah, those are basically two ways of killing mobs. If there are way too many monsters, I just tend to, you know, run backwards and keep shooting at them, because you get a lot more time to shoot at them. Once their numbers are down sufficiently, though, you can go into turn-based mode and finish the rest off. There are some more cobras down there, and spiders are gonna flank me from here. Let's see if I can aggro. Oops. Wizard Eye down. Okay, I aggroed some bats from across the room, actually, which is fun. I'll just go forward a bit. There, we aggroed a spider from the next room. Come on. Come on! We have another bat, and we also shot at some cobras. Yeah, so the aggro mechanics in this game are kind of weird, because sometimes you can see the monsters and you can actually shoot at them, and they aren't able to see you. They will aggro as soon as you deal damage to them though, so don't expect to be clearing out a whole a whole room of enemies just because they don't see you and you're so far away. There are ways when... oh my god. There are ways that you can actually kill whole squads of mobs before they even aggro you, but that's usually done on the surface or the overworld or whatever you want to call it. Let me just use another cure poison potion. And now we can only use Serena to heal because Roderick is out of spell points. Roderick only has 12 spell points while Serena has 37. So that's the difference, for example, between the Cleric and the Paladin in terms of spell points. Even though the Paladin has 20 personality and the Cleric has 5 personality more. Personality gives more spell points to Clerics. Basically they have a higher spell point pool than Paladins do. So like I said, the Paladin is going to be used as a backup healer only. But you know, if he has spell points, we're gonna use them. Okay, so I've cleared this, so nothing's gonna aggro me from there, so I'm gonna just go ahead and start clearing this out. Oops, didn't want to do that. Okay, some more spiders coming towards us. And quite a large amount of mobs. Backtrack. Oh, I do hope the bats don't disease me. Because I have no way of healing disease. There's not a potion in Might and Magic 6 that can heal disease. Like we have a cure poison potion. I can only use either a spell or have a trip to the monastery to heal it. Thankfully in Might and Magic 7 you do have it. A cure disease potion, which is incredibly useful. Because Might and Magic 7 also sort of changes the way that you learn spells, or at least basically it changes the requirements that you need for spells. You also, for example, to learn a level 3 spell, you also need to have... Oh, pardon me, if you want to learn a level 5 spell, you have to have, for example, an expert skill in the magic school. Or the expert mastery, and then you also have master and grandmaster skills, so you basically have requirements and not every class can reach every single mastery, which in my opinion was really good because, you know, it made the classes that much more different. Oh, a lot of gold.
I don't know.
Some leather armor, a club,
I don't know.
ring, and the mace. Anything else? Nope.